The Federation of German Industries, the BDI, has called on the EU and Great Britain to come to a final agreement on the conditions of Brexit in the coming days. A last-minute agreement on a new trade deal must come. Anything else would be a disaster, said BDI Managing Director Joachim to a German editorial team. Because of our close economic ties, a compromise between the EU and the United Kingdom is urgently needed. This is the only way, albeit almost too late, to finally create more planning security in companies on both sides of the canal, emphasized Lang. However, the negotiations between the EU Commission and the British government have still not cleared decisive hurdles. EU Chief Negotiator Michel Barnier considered a timely Brexit agreement with Great Britain to be rather unlikely, according to information from diplomatic circles. It is currently unclear whether an agreement will be possible by the end of the year, said Barnier, according to an EU diplomat at a meeting with the 27 ambassadors of the member states in Brussels recently. According to an EU diplomat, only a few days remain for a breakthrough. Barnier followed suit on Friday during the day to make an agreement possible 5 weeks before the deadline. The economy is bitterly disappointed with the course of the negotiations. The ball is now in London, said BDI representative Lang. That's when I'm speaking English, it's Lang. The British government must be aware that the economic damage of a no-deal Brexit for the British economy would be dramatic. It would be a dangerous illusion to assume that with a degree all problems would vanish into thin air, warned Lang. German industry is preparing for very big challenges in German-British relations. Zero tariffs would come from next year, even with a compromise, only for companies that comply with complicated trade rules, said Lang. For better or worse, companies have to adjust to additional bureaucracy. Even with an agreement, there would be completely unnecessary border formalities and higher hurdles for production and supply chains. The negotiations on an agreement on bilateral relations, including a free trade agreement after Brexit, have been dragging on for months. Most recently, the talks got stuck on the contentious issues of fishing rights, ensuring fair competition, and the question of how future issues should be resolved. Barnier stated on Twitter that the same significant differences persist. After leaving the EU at the beginning of the year, Great Britain is in a transition phase until the end of the year, in which EU rules still apply. If an agreement is not reached by the end of the year, Great Britain would leave the EU without an agreement, and import duties would automatically come into force. This would have unforeseeable consequences for the economy on both sides. As parliaments have yet to ratify an agreement before it can enter into force, time is of the essence. And if you now want to know more about Brexit, YouTube has chosen another of my videos here for you on the end screen, next to the subscribe button I hope you use. And if you want to know more about European or global news and politics, those two channels of mine are right up there. I'll see you in my next video. Click and enjoy. Viel Spaß!